What is up, fellow Argonauts? This is D-Rec here with Alliance Rift Gaming Outlet, and we are kicking off this brand new segment here on Alliance Rift Gaming Outlet called The Rival Match. In this very first feature match, we have Bart Andrioli playing Bailey Happenin', and we're going to see how this goes. It's going to be a 2 to 3 part match, so definitely stay tuned for part 2. It will be up after this video shortly. But for now, enjoy, kick back, and relax this very first game in our segments. So, going right into the game, they're already both in their grade 1 turns. Fortunately, Bailey Happenin', even going first, still had the G assist for his grade 1 turn, while Bart has no problem going into his grade 1 turn first. Bart's going to deal 1 damage for his first turn. Now Bailey's going to swing for turn 3 and deal the 1 damage. In this video, I believe Bart is playing the Claret Luard variant, and Bailey is playing the ZTB Chronojet variant. This is all pre-GBT12, so take that with a grain of salt as they go into their games, but that won't stop them from having a good back and forth match. So, Bailey Happenin' is now on his grade 2 turn. He goes into Spin Serpent, calls Rewind Tiger, does Rewind Tiger's ability, and gets it off for the +2 and the additional card. So he's going to swing and get the offensive crits, dealing 2 damage to Bart. He's going to get the defensive draw trigger, but that's not going to stop Bailey from swinging for another 15k attack at Bart's grade 2 10k Vanguard. Bart is going to prolong his grade 2 game by calling a belly allow and swinging at rear, forcing Bailey out of his Seabreeze turn, but that's not going to stop Bailey Happenin' from the challenge. Bailey Happenin' is going to go into his grade 3 turn. He's going to call a Rewind Tiger, getting it off and drawing an additional card, making that a 10k base. So he's going to swing. He's going to swing Rewind Tiger first for the 5k guard. Bart's going to guard for the 5k and then PG the Vanguard attack. The heal is not going to go off, but nonetheless, good addition to the hand. Bart's now going into his grade 3 turn and at first stride turn. So, first stride is typically like an Orgeyser or Doom, so he's going to go into Doomed first, and he's going to get the pluses off by retiring a Belly Allow for the +2 on the board. So, he definitely needs to start setting up for Ritual. He only has 1 card currently, and that was the PG from earlier. He's going to get another Ezra's and a Swordbreaker, so I'm assuming with the Swordbreaker he's going to Soul Blast the grade 1 from earlier, and that is exactly what he's going to do. So, now that he is at Ritual 2, he's just that much closer to pulling off some skills. He's going to go right into Doom's Actability, killing David and Ezra's for the 2 pop and the 2 heal triggers to hand. Now at Ritual 3, he has 2 Ezra's in drop, so he can choose to recycle them now or later, and it looks like he's going to do just that, calling a Claret from hand to recycle both of those Ezra's, but forfeiting Ritual 3. So anything after that, like Morfessa or anything, like Belly Allow will not go off unless he somehow gets Ritual 3 by the end of turn. He's going to swing Doom first, he's going to get the offensive crit, grade 1, and another offensive crit. Very, very lucky on Bart's part, especially after thinning out 2 of his heals from the Doomed play from earlier. He's going to swing for the 23 at Bailey Happenin' into the G-Guard. Going to recycle the heal and the Drawn. And that is the last attack for Bart's turn. Bailey Happenin' going into his first stride turn. Few plays. He's at GB1 now, so he can do a few things. But it looks like he's going to go Avenir Phoenix first. So, he's going to swing. And since Avenir Phoenix says for every face-up card in your G-Zone, you get 2 units from top 5 check. So you can call a potential number of, I believe, 4 this turn. So, he's going to get the grade 1 boost draw card. And he's going to get a Manish for the resist and the +1 for every ZTB on board, and then a Rewind and a Spin Serpent. So he's going to rest Spin Serpent. He's not going to draw because Arlim is not a ZTB. I do not believe Bailey Happenin' had Arcas at the time of this video either. So a little detrimental to his plays, but nonetheless still effective. So the 1 offensive crit, he's going to give the power to Rewind and the crit to Manish. And he's going to swing rear with Rewind first. He has that 1 column left with Manish. That could be for a potential 26, I believe, because it's including itself, he gets +1,000 power for every ZTB unit on the field. So it's either 25 or 26, depending on how the skill is worded. He's going to swing at rear and he's going to go through. Bart Andreoli going into his second stride turn with only one open counterblast. Fortunately, there's not much he can kind of go into at this current state in the game, unless he's playing the Diablo Grey 1 and 2 engine. He might not be able to get those counterblasts back, so not sure what he would go into at this time. Helheim isn't out yet, so there aren't many other non-costly strides at this point in time. He's going to go into Carnivore. Good option for lacking resources, and it's a good way to neg your opponent 2 off the board. He's going to call 2 Ezra's from deck. So, looks like he's going to try and force the recycle there. He's going to use 1 to retire for the cost of Carnivore. He's going to call over the other with a Belial Owl, recycle both of them, and +1 off the play. So he now currently has 3 Belial Owls in drop, I believe. He's going to call 2 Luards to the rear guard and swing it for the 26 into the 2 to pass guard from Bailey Happenin. He's going to get the first crit and the second crit for game. So, Bart Andreoli takes game 1 of this very first rival match. So, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Stick around for part 2. It'll be up shortly. This was D-Rec with Alliance Rift Gaming Outlet, and I will see you guys in the next video. Enjoy the picture at the end.